if I were to use you for an example, how would you maximize your own record?
Okay, so for me, if I'm unmarried and it's just me and I'm going on my own thing, I think I
Even
would.
if you were married
Okay,
as
right,
well.
right. I guess the rules really wouldn't change. I would have to work and pay as much taxes as I can up into the cap to get my credits as big as possible. Get as many of those spread out into the. Is it the top 35 years that they pick? Get
Yeah.
as close to maxed out as 35 years as I can to get that number as high as possible, and then defer past full retirement age all the way to age 70. I guess.
Side hustle will help. How much can you, more you earn that can go into Social Security subject to the cap, and they're going to increase that cap a good bit here soon as well. So you can put more in to get more as well.
Okay, so max my contributions
Maximize your contributions.
and then defer to 70.
Absolutely defer. That's the max
Okay.
for you. But you deferring to your 70th birthday, you maximize your work record.
All right, I'm not going to know all these scenarios, so don't ask me about all
Now,
of them.
now look, all the years now, and working more than 35 years is good. They do average the top 35, but you're getting all those credits for all that gets put in, and it essentially works in 3 tiers, but you're getting credit for all that.
Okay.
So as you keep increasing more and adding on, you've got a higher average period on those 35 years. So work as long as you can, but don't work. You can work beyond 70. You can keep working, but you have to turn it on at 70. Nobody's requiring you. There's no penalty for not doing so except you're giving up checks. But it does you no good to wait beyond your 70th birthday. You're just leaving money with the Treasury. Now, if you keep working, you still are adding credit to that.
So you
By
may
the
get like
way.
a minuscule
So it's not
bump.
like you have to quit at 70 working, but no, you really should be turning it on at 70. There's no reason to wait any longer. Now, for a question we get is the spouse's record. You know, how do you max Social Security on your spouse's record? So if you're taking a spousal benefit, the simplest thing to do is do not turn it on before your full retirement age. Now, depending on whether they were born before 50 January 1st of 1954 or after, can affect whether or not you can deem. But with that said, if you're looking for the spousal benefit, the key is do not turn it on before full retirement age, because you'll have a reduction. You're not getting any more. There's no way you can say, well, if I wait, can I get more spousal benefit? The answer is no.
That thing where
You're
you go
getting
to age
100%.
70 wouldn't help?
No,
Okay.
does not help on that. Deceased spouse. It to maximize that once again is if you're turning on widow's benefits, so to speak. FRA is where you're maximizing that, your full retirement age. Essentially, depending on when they died, it's already set at a maximum. Let's say they were deferring to age 70, but they were beyond full retirement age and they died. Well, the point they died in life, that's where the maximum benefit is for you. You can say, well, you know, he's going to wait to 70, so why can't I get the 70 benefit? Well, no, he died at 68, so you're getting the benefit that built up at that point. So once again, now you can turn on spousal benefits and deem your own benefit. So if you could, how to get the max deceased spouse's FRA, but if your benefit will be larger, you're going to be able to deem and get yours to be a larger benefit as an example of that. Ex-spouse benefits are essentially similar to ex-spouse deceased benefits. You're essentially wanting to wait to full retirement age. It's going to have a lot to do with when you turn on those benefits.
What's the rules on how long you had to be married for both of those? Divorced? That's the old. Is this the Ben Affleck, Jennifer Garner rule?
The married benefit, for ex-spouse has to be 10 years. So you got to make sure of that, because 9 years and whatever amount of time that's less than 10 does you no good. Well, I'm close.
Yeah, 9 years, 11 months. It was the first year we were doing the show, so it must have been the year 2010 when Ben Affleck and Jennifer Garner broke up. Maybe it was 2011. And you pointed out that they were going to break up months ago, but they waited to break up after they had been married for 10 years and 1 month. And you're like, I don't know.
Was that just in case I can't find anybody else to stick with long enough? I want to make sure I've got this one locked down.
That was the joke. So, well, at least you'll be able to get Social Security off Ben Affleck's record, Jennifer Gardner. If you had done that a couple months earlier, you would have missed out on a big opportunity. Like they're really even thinking of that stuff. That's hilarious. What about the
so once again, even on ex-spouse, it's locked up to the value when they died.
There's no way to get more, defer, any of that?
No,
Okay.
It's just if they did, it's based on if they died before FRA, then it's the FRA number for them. If they were deferring past that, it's locked down at the month of death. Remember, we talk about when you're deferring beyond FRA to build your own benefit, we talk about it being about 8% a year. But it's not annualized, it's monthly credits that are equal to about 8% a year increase.
All right. Well, that nice little summary there on maxing out Social Security.